Hi there, Mifflin Middle School students and families. Today is Wednesday, April 14th, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday with me, your school social worker, Miss Fitzgerald. And I just want to say welcome back from spring break. We've had Cohort A back, and you guys have done great. And I'm looking forward to seeing Cohort B tomorrow. And as you guys all know, we've been doing Ohio State tests. And Miss Coulson talked about this yesterday on Tuesday, and I just wanted to also talk about it and share a little bit about maybe some anxiety we might be feeling, and just ways to kind of deal with that. So watch this video with me, and it talks about test anxiety and what it is and kind of ways that we can cope with it.
Hi friends, welcome to another social emotional learning video from Mile Marks. Today, we will be talking about test anxiety. In this video, you will learn these 3 things. 1, what is test anxiety? 2, how can it affect you? And 3, what you can do about it. Ready? Let's get started. So, what exactly is test anxiety? Imagine this. You stay up most of the night studying for your math quiz. You feel good. You feel great. You feel confident. The next day, when it's time to take the quiz, you start to feel really nervous. You can't think clearly, and you're forgetting everything that you studied. You feel sick, you're sweating, and starting to feel a little bit dizzy. You just know that you're going to fail the quiz and you'll have to drop out of school. Everyone will be disappointed in you. Has this ever happened to you? If so, you may have been experiencing test anxiety. Test anxiety is the worried or nervous feeling that some people get when it's time to take a test or quiz. Test anxiety is a type of performance anxiety. That means that you get nervous or scared in a situation where you feel pressured to perform well. You feel like you have to do a good job, or you'll look bad in front of other people. It might happen before a piano recital, a soccer game, or when you have to give a speech in front of the whole classroom. Test anxiety can affect your body, feelings, and thoughts. Someone with test anxiety might experience these things happening to their body. You might start to feel shaky, get a headache, get butterflies in your stomach, start sweating, have trouble breathing, feel dizzy, and your heart might start beating faster. Test anxiety can bring on feelings of anger, helplessness, hopelessness, and fear. You may also feel stressed and overwhelmed. It can also cause you to have negative thoughts about yourself. You might think, I'm just not good enough, or I just know I'm going to fail. You might even compare yourself to how you think others are performing. Your mind might also be focused on thinking of all the times you've ever failed at something before. Test anxiety can even make you blank out. This means that you forget everything that you studied. All your hard work, gone. Whoa, that's a lot. With all of this going on, it's hard for someone with test anxiety to focus on doing a good job on the test, so they usually end up performing poorly. And this can make the anxiety even worse for next time. If this sounds like you, not to worry. Here are some tips on how to cope. 1, be prepared. Do a good job studying so that you can feel confident about taking the test. You should start studying at least a few days before and make sure that you are understanding what you're reading. If you think that you're not very good at studying, talk to a teacher or a parent for tips on how to improve your study skills. 2, have a positive attitude. Use positive self-talk to quiet the negative thoughts roaming in your head. Positive self-talk is when you say or think things to yourself to help improve your mood. Some examples of things you can say are, you can do it, or you've got this, or I don't have to be perfect, I just have to try my best. You'll have to work extra hard to stop your thoughts from turning negative. Instead of thinking about the worst possible thing that can happen, visualize yourself being successful. 3, learn to relax. Find ways to calm your body before, during, and after the test. The more relaxed you are, the better you will be able to focus on doing a good job. You can relax by taking deep breaths, getting some fresh air, asking a teacher if you can squeeze a stress ball, practicing meditation, or thinking of yourself standing in a relaxing place. You want to make sure to use these skills during the test too if you feel yourself starting to become anxious. After the test, try not to stress yourself out worrying about how you did. Do something fun and just be glad that the test is over. 4. Take your time on the test. Just focus on figuring out one question at a time. Take a deep breath and read each question carefully. Don't spend too much time on one problem. Try your best to answer it correctly and then move on to the next one. 5. Talk to an adult. If test anxiety is something that happens to you a lot, make sure to talk to a parent, school counselor, or teacher. Tell them about all the things that happen to you when it's time to take a test. They might be able to work with you to come up with coping skills that can help you be successful. As always, with any coping skill, you have to practice, practice, practice.
Okay, so in the video, we heard some tips and things that may help us when we're testing, maybe to focus a little bit better and just kind of calm some of our nerves, because tests, can naturally bring up some anxiety and a little bit of worry, and that's fine. That's perfectly normal. So I just want to review some of those tips that we talked about. So it talked about, number 1, it talked about studying beforehand. So just kind of studying, what you can. On the Ohio State test, we don't necessarily know, right, the questions that are going to be on it or not, but we know kind of the topics, so we can just maybe brush up a little bit on what we've been learning this year. Number 2, they talked about positive self-talk. So just reminding yourself to do your best, try your best, and just reminding yourself that you can do it, right? You can just show what you know on the test. And number 3, we learned to just relax, right? Just relax, take a deep breath, stretch, something like that, just to kind of calm our nerves a little bit before starting, or even while you're taking the test, you can take a deep breath if you're feeling a little bit more nervous. Number 4 we learned is take your time. So the tests are timed, right? You have a certain amount of time to finish them, but don't rush through it. Like we said, take a deep breath, show what you know, and do what you can and do your best, okay? And number 5, if you're feeling very, very overwhelmed, or this happens to you a lot, then, you can come talk to me and maybe let me know, let Mr. Schneider, the school counselor, know, or just talk to a trusted adult, if that's your teacher, your parents, whoever. So just kind of talk to someone, let us know how you're feeling, and we can try to help out, okay? So just a reminder, like Miss Colson said, just do your best on the Ohio State tests, and it's just to show what you know, where you're at, and so that we can help you best, okay? So have a great rest of your week, and thank you.